Hello and welcome to my garden and the dinosaurs who live there. It's September and I haven't taken you around to have a look at the garden in September yet, so let me take you around for this September garden tour. On the face of it, the celeriac's doing quite well. The foliage is looking brilliant. I've probably just jammed too much in here. I am getting some bulbs, if I just go down there, but they're not very big. Yeah, I'm not going to get huge bulbs of celeriac, but I will get some. Even though if they are a modest size, and I've never grown it before, so I'm quite excited about that. In this bed here, I have some purple sprouting broccoli that's going to overwinter. I've got some spinach in there as well. And it's doing okay. It's getting a bit leggy actually. Can anyone give me a tip? I did plant it in quite deeply, but it is getting quite leggy. Is that just because I've got low light levels up here? Should I be trying to earth them up at all, or just leave them as they are? It'd be useful for if someone could tell me. There's some sprouting broccoli there that I just need to harvest, and some of it's just going to seed now. Some beetroot, and this beetroot has seen better days, so I'm going to have to harvest it. The foliage is looking pretty rubbish, so there's only some small beetroot in there. And there's a couple more celeriac in there, maybe not quite as healthy looking as their other plants in the bed that I showed you a moment ago. Now down here, I now have 4 of my heucheras sitting down here, just surrounding the hosta there that I cut back. And this was one I showed you in a video when I was talking about the heucheras. This is grape soda, and when I showed you it a couple of weeks ago, it was quite empty in the middle there, but it's you can see the leaves are starting to grow there really well, and it's starting to bulk up even although it is September, so that's good news. I still love this one though. Isn't it fantastic? All ruffled. It's called Orange Berry. It's great. I put a couple of varieties of potatoes in this raised bed in the vain hope that I might get some potatoes later on in the year. And they started off great guns, but the foliage has just started dying back, and I don't know why. If anyone could give me any suggestions, that would be great. Now, some of it just appears to have broken off. And some of it is just getting eaten, and I'm not sure by what. So it's only had about 6 weeks, so I don't imagine I'm going to get any potatoes out of this bed. I've got some potatoes elsewhere I'm growing a bit more successfully, but this just isn't looking very happy at all. See all the stuff that's been eaten. If anyone could give us any ideas, that would be fantastic. I emptied this bed, I've not tidied it up yet. This had some poppies and it had some strawberries at the far side, and I've just sort of taken those out and put them somewhere else. And I'll tidy this up at the weekend and get some fresh fencing, chicken-proof fencing around it, and some more compost on top. And I will use this for either garlic or overwintering onions, or maybe a combination of both. These perennial Rudbeckia are looking nice. They come back year on year, as the name suggests, and yeah, they're super. They're not as bulky as the annual Rudbeckia, they're not as substantial, but you can still actually cut them and they look nice in a vase. I've not taken any of these indoors as yet, but I've still got lots of flowers to come here, so I'll get some indoors and hopefully encourage it to keep on flowering. My sunflowers, or the tall ones, are all a bit of a sorry state now. On Saturday we had 40-mile-an-hour gusts of wind and really, really windy weather all day. It was awful. So yeah, the sunflowers have sort of given up the ghost. I don't blame them. They've tried and tried to survive, and we've got some nice flower heads, but some have gone over and some have just given up the ghost. Now there has been some changes on the deck. You may notice it's slightly less cluttered. I've got my remaining teddy bear sunflowers here and some of my annual Rudbeckia that I grew from seed, which are still going quite well. And they are just sitting here temporarily because actually I've sort of cleared all of this bit for a reason. And I'm not going to tell you the reason just yet, sorry to keep you hanging. But in the not too distant future, excuse me, I'm going to be taking delivery of some new residents of my garden to join the dinosaurs that are here. So I'm quite excited about that, and this is where they're going to go. I'm waiting on their abode to be delivered. Hopefully that will happen in a couple of days' time. And all things being equal, I may well go and pick them up this weekend. So watch this space for some additions to my garden and the dinosaurs who live there. Hello, Matilda. Now Matilda is molting and molting and molting. She's trundling off there, and it's hard to think how many feathers she has lost because they have so many feathers. But every time I go into the run and into the coop, there's big puff balls of Matilda feathers everywhere. It's quite natural, and her other feathers are growing in. And if you have a watch of this week's Chicken Tuesday, you'll see that. But anyway, while I'm here, I have got some lettuce and some beetroot, some beetroot and some little turnips growing up here in this raised bed. Here's one of the heucheras that I bought recently, the caramel one. I don't know whether I'll keep it here though, because I think because it's got large leaves and it tends to get, it's in a windy part of the garden, it might just get a bit damaged, so I may move it somewhere else. Round here though, the two pots of marigolds I had here have gone over, so I've got some of the other new heucheras there joining this one which was there before. Isn't that gorgeous? Brown seems, you wouldn't really call it brown, I think it's ginger. And the leaves are gorgeous, so the veining on them, really, really nice. Dahlias are still going strong. Need to do a bit of deadheading, but yeah, happy with those. Over on the table, I've mostly harvested most of these carrots. These were the Nantes ones. Some respectable sized ones and some small ones, but that's fine. Baby carrots are quite gourmet, I think. And then I've got, this is the result of the windy weather. So these are the last ones that I grew, so these have got a bit more growing to go, and these ones, tender snacks, I'm due to harvest Well, I just take them out when I need them, to be fair. And again, quite modest size. Well, I take one out and you can have a giggle. Let's see if there's any that's worth. Oh, I just broke that. Oh, I did the pushing in and pulling out thing. And it broke. Let's see if I can find one. Oh, there's a little one over there. I can see. Oh. Right, okay. I need something to dig them out then. Grr. I shall do that later. Down here, the courgettes are gone. These are some spring onions. These are a few little leeks. Oh, here's some tomatoes that are still on the go, some sun gold. And we are getting them ripened on the vine, which is great. I'm going to have one. They just are lovely. Excuse me speaking with mouthful. So I should get these ripened, no problem. Got some iceberg lettuce. Oh, there's Colin. Hello, Colin. Not speaking today, just wandering. So some iceberg lettuce there, and some iceberg lettuce there. A couple of bits and pieces in the grow house, not that much. Well, what do we have here? We have cornflowers. Yeah, I sowed some cornflowers, so I've got some cornflowers to overwinter. And there's one of my little hostas. Look at that, something's chewed it. And there's some more cornflowers. And down here we have some chard. I don't know whether we'll get it beyond this size, but we'll see. Now, want a laugh? These were my borlotti beans. I have given up the ghost with them. What did I get? 1, 2, 3. So, yeah, nothing in effect. Hey ho! Someone told me that, I think it was Lynn's from My Little Bit of Peace, suggested that they probably would do better indoors in a polytunnel or whatever, because they're of Italian descent and can do with warmer weather than we get up here. I just think I'm rubbish at growing borlotti beans. Now, if you want to see something that is looking rather nice in the garden, look over here. Oh, look down there first of all. Colin's lurking. Hello. But here we have Pinky Winky. This is Hydrangea Paniculata Pinky Winky. And you can see now it was creamy white, and you can see now it's starting to go a lovely pink colour. Thus its name. Isn't that gorgeous? Pinky Winky. There's actually 2 Pinky Winky hydrangeas there, and in the middle there's a mop head hydrangea. In fact, you can see one of them there. So you can see the difference. Here's the mop head, which is just like a dome. It's a dome. And then Paniculata is like a cone shape. But hydrangeas are quite happy in the garden. They don't mind things like nasty weather. They're quite happy. Oh, hello. Who's this? Hello, Edith. Here's another pot of potatoes that I'm hoping to get some potatoes from later on in the year. And this one's looking nice and healthy. This one is Charlotte. And it's not suffering from any of the chewing that the other potatoes are. So yeah, here's hoping that I'll get something. And here's another pot of, is this Charlotte as well? No, this is Maris Peer. And again, looking not bad. A couple of little bits eaten, but nothing like the others. So yeah, I'm happy with these. So I'm out in the morning before work with the girls, and it's been misty, and looky here. Can you see the webs? Amazing. So I'm going to be thick and ask the question, what has made these webs? Is it spiders? They've been very busy if it is. Can I see any? It's amazing. I mean, there's a more classic, there's a more classic web here. I don't know whether you can see it. But then we've got this sort of real dense mesh effect. I've seen photographs of whole hedgerows covered in this, and I can't for the life of me remember what it was, whether it was spiders or some other creature. Let me know. This is amazing. Well, here it is, ready for the new residents that arrive shortly. I wonder what's going to be in here. Can you guess? Can you? So while some things are being tucked up and put into bed for their autumn and winter slumber, there's other things that are just getting started, and there's plenty of videos to come in the garden, both around the fruit and veg and plants that I'm growing, and around my little dinosaurs, of course. So please stick with me, and I'll talk to you again very, very soon. Bye bye for now. Bye.